Joe Rogan and the entire fighting community are losing their minds over what just went down between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford.
I'm just saying, like, say if Canelo was the champion at 147 to go up 168.
Right, in one jump.
Yeah.
It's a big jump, too. 21 pounds. It's a lot of weight.
I spar big guys, though.
Do you?
Yeah, I spar big guys. You know, it's different in the fight, but I believe in my skills and my ability, and I believe in my team.
That would probably be the biggest fight in boxing.
Definitely.
That fight would be gigantic.
It would.
That would be a big one. I have to go to that one. Which I think is really interesting. The Crawford-Canelo fight.
Beyond interesting. Fascinating.
Because how does Crawford compete with that size? Crawford is leapfrogging. He goes to super middleweight.
47 to 54 and now to 68.
And the Madrigal fight in 54 is a difficult fight.
Yeah. So who do you like in Canelo versus Crawford?
Well, I'm a giant Crawford fan. He's super intelligent. Like, he sets traps. He does stuff. And then, you know, there's a bunch of great breakdown videos of particularly the Errol Spence fight, like him setting traps. It's just, he's a very high-level guy, but Canelo is dangerous. He broke Billy Joe Saunders' whole face. Broke his whole face. What he did to Amir Khan, remember that shit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Lordy.
Oh, Lordy. And never been down. Never been dropped.
The two pound-for-pound greats finally stepped into the ring, and the result has left fans absolutely stunned. Crawford has done what many believed was impossible. He defeated Canelo Alvarez, cementing himself as one of the greatest boxers of this era, and instantly sparking one of the biggest debates in combat sports history.
Most people don't know shit about boxing, but Terence Bud Crawford does. Great fight, shutout. Just what I assumed would happen. This boxing smart would beat Canelo's tactics. Like from round 2, I saw Canelo being on the back foot, and eventually Crawford was just dancing around him, doing his thing. So yeah, again, I like Crawford. I just think the way he fights is clean. Like, he makes very little mistakes, and he knows the sweet science of boxing. So yeah, he showed why he's the best right now. One of the best in history.
First reaction, of course, it was about size of Crawford. Is it okay for him to move up 2 weight classes, yeah? But then I saw him in Dubai. I saw him. He's big and he has very good skills. He's one of my favorite boxers. He able to win this fight. But there is a lot of there is a lot of things, small things, which we don't know how he will deal with this. He need to get used to the power and pressure of 168 because it's different, big difference, to be honest. But he's able. He has good skills. He's he can use to boxing stand.
It became a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well, if I think about it, if I do come back, can you train me?
We're not even,
please. I'm asking you right now if I do.
Do they have commercials on this thing? You guys got commercials?
With Crawford going up, I believe he can put a beating on anybody 154, 160.
But not 68.
Nah, Benavidez is.
Canelo. Yeah.
Oh, Canelo. I think he's a smart fighter. He doesn't rely on his power. Crawford ain't a fighter who just relies on his power. And then Canelo, you know, when he's fought Belenga, then fought Ryder, Munguia. It's even. I think it'd be a 50-50 fight if Crawford fought Canelo.
Fight itself was a masterclass from Crawford. From the opening bell, he controlled the pace, using his slick footwork, sharp counters, and defensive awareness to frustrate Canelo. Every time Canelo pressed forward with his trademark power combinations, Crawford slipped, rolled, and made him pay with precision shots.
Let me tell you what I think should be gone. The notion that Terence Bud Crawford should move up 3 weight classes, 21 pounds, to fight Canelo Alvarez. He's entirely too small. Jamel Charlo already proved that. Y'all remember that scene from Rocky? Remember that scene from Rocky 2? When Carl Weathers was Apollo Creed and his trainer was like, can I be honest? I saw you beat this man within an inch of his life. And he kept coming. He wouldn't go away. He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Apollo couldn't do it. And lost fight number 2. Trained him for Rocky 3, and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small.
Just for everybody here, what do you take from this night? A defeat, but what do you extract from tonight?
Fue una gran noche para el boxeo. Me siento muy orgulloso de lo que se logró hoy. Como mexicano me siento muy orgulloso de lo que he logrado, de hasta donde he llegado para representar a mi país. Me siento muy orgulloso. Fue una gran noche para el boxeo.
A great night for boxing, a great night for the sport, for everyone. And as a Mexican, everything that I have accomplished for my people, for the country, very proud, and a great night for boxing.
Straight back, Canelo. Straight back. Right here. Can you describe what it was like for you fighting Bud, what he was doing that was giving you the kind of problems that you couldn't really do enough to get what would have been, I guess, a close decision?
Y para todos, ¿cómo fue enfrentar a Bud Crawford, los problemas que te dio y cómo no pudiste seguir con tus planes?
We already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and I did what I supposed to do, right? I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit. No, I try my best tonight, and I just cannot figure out the style.
Was it something specific, the movement or his speed or power, or what? Was there something you could put your finger on that gave you the most trouble?
Everything.
Okay.
He have everything.
Fans were blown away by how calm and composed Crawford looked. He fought like a man who had been waiting his entire career for this moment, and he delivered.
They talk all the crazy stuff about me going up and having a tough time, but he went up in weight and lost. That's the difference. I went up weight and won. He went up and lost. You know, so let's not do that, Canelo.
I want to ask you a little bit about the history that you made tonight. I want your opinion on which means the most to you. You became a 5-division world champion. You became the 3rd of 4-division lineal champion with Mayweather and Pacquiao. You became a 3-time undisputed champion, the first ever in the 2, 3, or 4 belt era. And you became the 2nd undisputed champion in 3 weight classes when there was only 1 champion back in 1938 with Henry Armstrong. That's a lot of stuff.
You hear that? You hear that?
Which do you think means the most?
And all of it. It all goes hand in hand.
Can you describe what it all means to you to have? You just made like a whole resume of stuff tonight.
It means a lot to me because, you know, anybody can be a nobody, like I said, you know, and that's all they say I've been fighting is nobodies. So what can they say now? Somebody tell me, what can you say now?
You can say congratulations.
That's it. What can you say? Any words?
Thanks.
I bet you did.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101, set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. Get to the outside. Make Canelo pivot. Make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's to hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks. All right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him. Not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe to toe, and catch him with that speed. Bah! with that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a clinic.
For Canelo, it was a tough night. He showed flashes of his legendary bodywork and heavy counters, but he could not break through Crawford's timing. Analysts are saying this was the first time in years that Canelo looked completely out of ideas. He could not trap Crawford on the ropes, and every adjustment he tried was read and answered by the slicker, faster man. The reactions have been wild. Joe Rogan called Crawford's performance flawless and said it may have been one of the best displays of boxing IQ we've seen in decades.
Terence Crawford is the best fighter on the planet. Pound for pound, he's that dude. In this 4-belt era, he is now the undisputed world champion 3 times over. 140 pounds, 147, now 168 pounds, claiming all the belts. You don't see people doing that very often. Going up against a guy who was perceived as being bigger and stronger, Crawford was strong. Crawford was strong enough to fend him off, strong enough to make him respect his own power. He used his jab, he used his distance. He had poise in the ring, he wasn't rattled. He backed up and moved when necessary and kept us different. He exchanged enough to gain respect when necessary. It was a brilliant, brilliant, masterful fight on Terence Crawford's part.
Fans on social media are split. Some say this result cements Crawford as the true pound-for-pound king. Others argue Canelo was not himself on the night and a rematch could look very different. Now the stigma is huge. What does this mean for both fighters moving forward? For Crawford, the possibilities are endless. He is already being talked about as an all-time great. With this victory, he can chase even bigger fights or retire at the peak of his legacy. For Canelo, the questions are everywhere. Does he push for a rematch to prove it was just one bad night, or does he move back down to dominate his natural division again? Some fans believe Canelo's reign is finally over, while others believe he is still one of the best in the world and will come back stronger. The boxing world is buzzing. Crawford's masterclass has changed the landscape, and whether it leads to a rematch, a new super fight, or simply the crowning of a new pound-for-pound #1, the aftermath of this fight will be talked about for years to come.